I'm probably going to head on out. In the
Fucking
bed.
job.
Really
I
seems like I used to have a job.
It is
I do
okay.
not blame you.
And yeah, like I said, I'll take over
In this
the horror
economy, you
themed
need
ones.
several.
Like, literally tell them that. Like, I am so okay with that, because I know they're not going to add another chair.
Cool.
Cam, you
no.
sticking around?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, I'm going to stick around for a
I
bit.
told him-
Cool,
I'm going to be real.
Show will
Oh,
begin
yeah.
in 5 minutes.
Oh,
Let's
shit, I
go.
forgot to follow you? Jeez.
A
I
binge
swear to God, I thought I
nation.
followed you.
When you do like a horror thing.
Yeah. Voodoo Vinny said I'd be
Totally
perfect for
do
Binge
it.
Nation, and I am very
I
about
said
that.
I'm the fucking one who decides who's good
I
for
got
the Binge
that. I
Nation.
got
You
you.
fucking
I
understand me?
Wow.
I got you.
I can't see
Jesus
who's having this
fucking Christ.
conversation, but it sounds very heated.
Damn.
This
I need to
was
fucking
yesterday.
call Rodney right now.
Oh, okay. Did I blow it?
Yeah,
Wind,
you
I think I
fucking
blew it.
No.
And not in a good
No.
way either.
Don't do
Sucks
that.
on dicks. He gets all right after that.
Don't blow it.
I'm just
Okay, but
fucking
I'm
around, Cam.
I'm pretty
Don't
good
worry.
at blowing
Suck
it,
it.
though. I'm pretty
you gotta
good
suck
at
it, not blow it.
Okay, I could do both. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
You know what? All right, props to that.
I'm just fucking with you anyway, Cam. You know that.
My head
At least
game
I
is
think you know
sick.
I keep
No, I
hearing
know.
somebody say Kim.
Chem.
Chem.
Blue.
Chemical.
Blue.
Okay.
Short
Yeah.
it to blue.
It's freaking me out because my name's Kim, so it freaks me out because I'm like, who knows my name?
We all do.
Everybody.
Well, now you do, yeah.
I'm hey, Wind.
Boom. That takes care of
Hi,
that.
Wink. Hi, how are you?
Oh,
How's
fucking
you?
I'll sit
hell.
right here with you.
Aw,
Right.
people
Yes.
like me to follow, or is this
Me
like a
Did you
thing we
watch
do in
these
meta?
fucking movies?
Hey, Gino.
Yes. Well, why is my thing not
Yep.
working?
That way, if we're in here,
Don't worry
and
about it.
you can't
We'll
get
do
in,
it
we can do an
eventually.
invite.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
can someone tell me what the deal with
Hey,
Carl
are we in the
Jr.
wrong
is?
fucking place?
What's the deal with
Carl Jr. is a fucking retard that we let come
wow. Wow.
in. He stays
going
quiet,
hard,
so we just, we let him be.
So what's your name again? Colin? Clay?
Call me Clay one more fucking time.
That's right.
I'll fucking kick you.
Welcome to the stage, Clay
Fucking
Aiken.
cock knocker.
Got some country music going on in here.
Ding, 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 ding.
Where's the banjo at?
So a friend of mine had me watch Chasing Amy yesterday because I'd never seen it before.
Oh, that's a good
Isn't
movie.
that like, wow, isn't that like 90s? No, wait, that's a TV show. I was thinking it was a TV show that my dad used to watch. Never mind, ignore me.
What TV show was that?
Yeah, what
Chasing
TV show
Amy
was that?
good.
Ally McBeal, which is, I don't know why. I don't know why I thought Chasing
Yeah, you're
Amy.
way off.
That was so off.
So, do you know Wynn's dealer?
I don't know, maybe. Would not be far
can I
from the
go
mark.
up and do the comedy?
Hey, I found the dealer,
comedy
Bong Lord.
is
What's
Mondays.
Yeah.
Well,
You
Crow
gotta
will
come
be
back on
back.
Monday
Yeah,
at
we'll get you
7:30
Dude.
p.m. Eastern.
But why lives the way? I'm here right now. I can make all you guys laugh. I can tell you
Different,
the story
totally
about this
different.
Yeah,
guy.
because you're
tonight.
talking about a
Today's
completely different night, buddy.
But
Come
what
to
do you
Smoking
guys
Jay's
do?
There you
Lounge
go.
Friday night at
They're talking
9
about
p.m.
movies.
That's
This
gonna
has
be
been
the next
Tonight
one.
is a
Nation.
podcast.
You guys, what movie?
You got a minute,
they're
30
talking about
seconds.
the
Make us
whale.
laugh.
Tonight we're doing the whale. Can
No,
they see
we're not
us?
doing the whale. That's wrong.
And-
that is just a crime against
No,
the sea
dude, I'm
life.
going to tell you about the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Lord of the
you
Rings.
should have been here for
You guys ever seen
Cocaine,
that movie?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh God.
What
Dude,
happened?
Lord of the Rings, man. Can you
Oh,
believe
fuck
that they
me,
did not take the
Cocaine Bear,
birds
what a
all the
fucking
way to
disaster.
Mordor?
Forget.
They did not take the birds, man.
The Eagles
Gandalf,
would
he had the-
never take anybody anywhere. That is disrespectful
dude.
to the Eagles.
No, dude.
Jesus,
Well, look,
that
the
is
Eagles,
great.
man, they came back and they got the Frodo Baggins. They put it in the feet. They got the feet.
Yeah,
and
well,
they
when a
grabbed it like
myth-
these.
When a mythical
dragon with the
dude
teeth.
does a mythical thing, you got to save him for, the Grey Lands. But you don't just do the thing for him. That's cheating.
That I
No, look, because I mean they did it once. Why didn't they not get the birds and just fly? Dude? Because the Bilbo Baggins, he did it once.
Well,
and they had no
here,
problem.
King of Eagles is so disappointed in you.
oh,
Look, man, I was here to point
Aw.
out the obvious.
I'm so
The
sorry.
real people do not understand the way that these things
I do.
work.
I do understand. I read the books.
damn it.
It hurt me inside to read the Silmarillion.
Oh, is that you up
A
there?
true
talking? I was
nerd?
talking to these one.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that was
sorry,
you.
huge dork.
Wait, but why do they not?
Got one
The
question.
The short
for you.
answer. The short answer is
Star
right.
Wars or Star Trek?
Trek.
You're invited to every
Trek.
show. You are now.
Trek.
You are part of the club.
Don't you ever insult me.
The short
Oh, you're a
answer
real
is
nerd, and then you
fucking
ask me such a
journey is
base
important.
question. Are you serious, King? Are you serious?
Oh wow.
Wars or Trek? Oh my God. Oh my, I'm hurting inside. I don't know, King.
Is
What's
this
the
motherfucker talking about
intellectual
fucking
thing?
Star Trek again.
Oh shit! Now I started a war.
I can't believe how loud everything is.
Oh no, she just
So hyped, dude. So hyped about Star Wars and Star Trek.
Yeah.
No. We're
If we
hyped
get
about
any
Trek.
louder, is it
Okay, everyone.
We're
I'm going
riled
to tell
up
you
by
guys
wars.
a story about the pollo that I got. I got
Yeah.
these shit.
gonna- Mongoloid.
Yes, man.
Oh
Yes,
yeah!
Welcome to the show.
Live from the Unknown Theater, tonight we have Binge Nation with your hosts, Wind Magic, Dark Wolf, and Spider.
You, I was gonna say you fucking.
Yeah!
Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Binge Nation, where King is being king.
Is there like 6
Whoa.
songs playing?
We're all
That's an
good, man.
Missed it by that much.
I can't be perfect. If I'm perfect, you'll want
I'm getting
perfect.
out of here.
Gotta fuck something.
That's it.
up.
I'm laughing
that's
whenever you
Star
say
Trek.
from now on. When you get
my
to
God.
unknown theater, I'm fucking laughing.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Spider.
We're just like left with this.
And I don't want to fire him either. He does such a good job. I can't fire him.
He loves me. He really loves me.
Does he
Most
do
of
a
the
good
time.
job or does he do a job?
Uh-huh.
He
He does a good job. Most of the
Huh?
does a great job.
I wouldn't have anybody but King introduce me unless he decides to go on vacation like a fucker and then Simon fills in for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does a
Introduces
perfect
Binge
rendition.
Nation. So, like I was saying, welcome everybody to this week's episode of Binge Nation. It is our interactive show with you guys in the audience where we talk about movies and TV shows. Anybody who raises their hand will be laughed at. So, tonight we are talking about The Whale, Can They See Us, and The Sword and the Sorcerer. And fuck me, did I pick some winners this week. Holy shit. 2 depressing fucking movies.
Oh,
And then one that just made me want to bury my fucking head in the sand. So let's talk about that one first.
Like, because it was bad or because it was sad?
Oh my god. So, The Sword and the Sorcerer was not my pick. I want that noted for fucking future
That's my
reference
fault.
and for
It's my
history.
fault.
Sword and the Sorcerer is a story about some fucking sorcerer that's only in this story for about 3 minutes of airtime. And the sword is the most
in the story the whole
impractical.
time. He's in the story the whole time. He's just he's just playing a different character for part of it.
Yeah, so the sorcerer is in the story for about 3 minutes of airtime. And the sword is the most impractical fucking sword I've ever seen on TV or fucking anything, because it has 3 blades and it shoots, but when it shoots, because the special effects are shit, the fucking this is how it flies, right? This is like, where's this fucking mic stand? Oh, I just came through the fucking wall.
Should have left it on stage.
Okay, so he shoots it when it's perfectly level, but because the fucking special effects suck, when it shoots out, it fucking flies through the air like this, and then magically fucking reappears on the sword.
See. Now, I actually spoke to the designer of the sword before.
Okay,
and he designed the blades off of Jado rockets. And he said that the blades actually, like, there wasn't on wires or anything. They actually flew off of the sword. So anyway, but that's kind of the reason why it kind of dips a little bit, because you're firing a blade and it's got like a rocket. It's rocket propelled.
So they actually have live round swords, rockets.
I don't.
So basically, he's got 2 ranged weapons, and then he fights with the center sword.
Oh,
So he kills 2 people with the side swords, and he can fight with the center sword.
Yes.
Go ahead, laugh at me, but I am so curious. How the fuck does the sword have 3 blades?
I don't even fucking know.
How does that
And it's
even-
like you see this fucking thing, and it's so bulky. It's got to be this fucking wide, and I can just imagine somebody trying to fucking wield that in real life.
Well, also another thing about the sword is, you know how it has the big fins on it.
Yeah.
The fins are the stabilizing wings for the blades when they're flying.
The fins?
Oh yeah, the sword has fins and
the
fucking
crossguard
rockets
of the sword.
and magic and a fucking sword within a sword, and
It's like a
yeah,
Betty.
just
What is it? Like a Mary Sue of swords.
It's a great fantasy sword.
there are no redeeming qualities for this.
There's no sword in the history of cinema like this sword.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason it hasn't been repeated since 1982.
Since before I was born.
41 fucking years. It hasn't
a lot of people
been
are
replicated.
a lot of people are divided on the sword. Some people think it's the coolest thing they ever saw, and some people absolutely hate it like Spider. But he doesn't like Star Trek either, so you can't really take his word on anything.
Wow, Spider.
So the movie starts with them rousing this sorcerer out of this pit of goo, and this fucking woman just starts sucking off his fingers.
Wow, that's gross.
And I'm sitting there watching, and he's like, the fucking sorcerer is holding his hand out like this while he's talking to some king, and this fucking girl is just sucking his fingers off. And I'm like, he's been fermenting in that shit for I don't know how fucking long. And then he fucking tears her heart
years.
out. Was it her heart?
He was in there for 1,000 years. Yeah, he tore her heart out.
Okay, so he was fermenting in his own juice for 1,000 fucking years, and then this fucking chick is just sucking off his fingers.
It's like when he gets up, he's covered in blood.
And then his claws glow yellow. And she starts struggling, and then they glow red, and then her heart pops out of her body.
Yeah.
And then I didn't pay attention to the rest of the movie.
Well, the guy tried to tell him that he wasn't a good sorcerer, and he's like, "I'll show you I'm not a good sorcerer," and he like throws her across the room and rips her heart out. And he says,
"Oh yeah, that's why he did that." Yeah, that's why he did that. I'm gonna kill the girl sucking off my fingers because I only get off on when they suck on my toes.
Piece of trivia on that: when Richard Mole was in that shit, dressed up as a sorcerer, the contacts actually fused to his eyeballs, and they had to take him to get them surgically removed.
Jesus Christ!
Just like, and it's like, and like, I don't even know what to.
Did you watch it
about this movie?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, but it's no. It's not the same thing. She watched it fucking high. That's not the same fucking thing.
No, I bet she watched it before.
I watched it.
I actually watched the movie a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was like a staple of the 80s.
Well, I mean,
Really?
I have mentioned before that, I grew up in the country, and before there was satellite, we had VHS.
Cave drawings?
But we didn't have
saddles.
Fuck you.
Did you notice none of them sat next to me today?
Yeah.
You don't notice, right?
Well,
This is the same place we always sit.
Yeah.
You just usually have somebody
This
else
is my
in there.
chair. This is my chair.
Sit closer to you guys. It feels so alone.
Bazinga.
What happens when you don't like
Come,
That's
come get
right.
close if you want.
I'm not playing musical chairs. This is my chair. I have noticed that my name isn't on it, but it kind of
Yeah, my name's not on it
my
either.
chair.
Yeah. We
So
just
anyway,
don't
back
think
in the
about that
80s, you used to
So
watch it on
anyhow,
VHS.
back in the 80s, we had a little general store. It was the general store, post office, everything. Little tiny town called Orwell, Vermont. Buxton's store
Traded spices.
is still there. It's no longer also the post office, but they had
Yeah,
a
that's
rack
federal
of
property.
movies, and they didn't get they didn't change up the movies regularly. We didn't have Blockbuster. We didn't have Hollywood Video. We didn't have any of that shit. We had Buxton Store and this
How many
rack
movies can I
of
rent for
maybe
half a pound
20
of cinnamon?
videos.
3.
And after they had a video, it sat there for about 6 months. They would rent it for like 50 cents for 4 days. So if I had like $1, then I could rent a movie for 4 days, get a Dr. Pepper and 2 Snickers.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You can't even buy Snickers for that much now.
And,
Now we know how she got started on drugs.
you know, and if I was lucky, my father would have, or when my older brothers would have left some of their weed around or something, and I could
Nice.
get a hold of that, and I could kick back. I could watch The Sword and the Sorcerer. So yeah, you were right. Even then, I was high. Never mind. I got nothing.
I had a
So
great
the
time
king,
with
the
it.
king that awoke the sorcerer with the fucking muddy fingers that were getting sucked off.
Cromwell.
He wanted to overthrow this other king, and so they destroy half of his army, and then he decides to try and kill the sorcerer, and the sorcerer fucking jumps off a cliff. And
Right.
then
No, he stabbed him.
well, yeah, he stabbed him, and then he jumped off a cliff. I mean, big fucking
Well,
deal.
A little bit of trivia: when the guy jumped off the cliff, like
He died.
the guy that the stunt driver really died. The stunt jumper really died.
Yeah, he missed the fucking bags.
Jesus.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, I
That
gotta
got
give
dark.
a shameless. I have to give a shameless plug though, because I mentioned Buxton Store, and it's actually still there, and it's still owned by the same family.
Nice.
And it's one of the top, like in the like all the magazines and stuff. It's one of the top country stores to visit in New England. So hey, shout out
How
to
much is
Anna.
the Snickers now?
I don't know.
$3.
I don't know. I will check.
Where is
that.
this?
I'll take a. It's in Orwell, Vermont, on
That's not that
Route
far from me.
73. It's a really cute little store, worth going into if you're ever in like the Ticonderoga
I
area.
love
New
Vermont.
York,
It's
maybe.
so much nicer than Massachusetts. Everybody's much nicer.
Eh,
No. Y'all let me into traffic when it's busy. You're nicer.
okay, yeah, we do that.
So, yeah. So the king that
All
gets
right, so that's it.
overthrown,
I'm done
his
with my
son,
shameless
his son
plug.
survives somehow with the fucking 3-bladed sword.
The son and
And-
the
The
daughter.
rocket sword with
Yeah, the
fins?
son and the daughter. Yeah, the rocket sword with the fins. What's up, Damien?
Yeah.
What's up?
You had your hand up.
Oh,
Laugh
my
at 'em.
controllers are all fucked. I wasn't even holding my controllers at the time.
You know, I was
He
thinking
uses-
about you this weekend.
Yeah.
Were you trying to start? your
Apparently,
car?
there's this guy who goes around to fast food restaurants and orders shit like the fucking like Carl from Sling Blade. And he does a good fucking job. I gotta tell you. Yeah,
So he uses that rocket
Wasn't there
sword and
any
impels a couple of
redeeming
guys to get
quality
away.
about it though?
the movie?
mean-
Are you fucking kidding me?
You didn't have any favorite lines, really?
Well, I thought it was hilarious how the fucking son of the king, when he's all grown up, he saves a woman from being raped, only to fucking like 3 minutes later in the movie arrange a fucking evening with her or a night of pleasure with her to fucking save her brother. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
What
Well,
so
it was the 80s.
creepy
I
on
just
this
saved
thought it
you
was
from
funny.
being raped.
I thought it
How
was
about
funny
we make
though.
this consensual and I fucking do something for you?
I thought it was
Sword
funny
for
though.
hire?
I
Is
thought
your
it was funny
sword
though when
for
the
hire?
guy was there and,
Is your
he
sword
turns
for
around and he said, "That's a
hire?"
small
Oh,
threat.
for
That's a
real.
very small threat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then like what was it? 10 minutes later in the movie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I fucking
We all got
just
booted.
fucking reset,
Was that
didn't it?
just me?
Yeah, the world.
Yeah,
was
no, the
reset.
world
Oh my
just
god!
reset.
Hello. I got kicked out.
Hello.
Oh, okay. It wasn't just
Yeah,
me.
the whole world.
Okay.
reset.
Man.
Oh, poor
Oh, your
Carl.
chairs are all gone.
Oh no!
Don't worry,
Yeah,
they're
they'll
coming
come
back.
back.
Ow, shit.
And cycle
Fucking
through.
wall.
I don't know if
Joke
Simon's
Club,
clock is
Monday
coming back.
nights.
Oops,
It's-
wrong floor.
It's Tuesday.
The Beta Show, Monday nights after Joke Club, 8:30.
When? You're American.
Binge
Binge
Nation.
Nation.
Binge Nation. I'm not doing it again.
Where's my intro? Fuck.
So the line that
Welcome, Clay. I mean,
Oh, you.
fuck.
so the line that made me laugh out loud when I watched it again was when the lady came, the blonde chick came back, his
I can't
sister, his
find my
little sister,
chair.
and they were all ready to go save Talon, and they were all going Talon, Talon, and then the next cutscene he's like, we should have never followed that bitch. They was all locked in jail. It was
Yeah,
funny.
because they're in fucking prison. But what got?
Damn.
Oh, he's got to shut the music off.
And the text behind you.
Oh, is the text still up too?
I mean, does yeah.
Now it's
Technical difficulties.
I got you.
So yeah, so they all get imprisoned, and then these women go to save them, and instead of saying, "Hey, thanks for fucking saving us," open the door, wench. And I'm like, what the fuck? I know if I'm fucking locked in a prison, a medieval prison at that, and a fucking woman comes to save me, I ain't calling her a fucking wench. Hey, bud, you going to bed? Oh, because the world just reset. Yeah.
Did anybody else watch this movie, The Sword and the Sorcerer?
I want to know where it's streaming so that
Okay.
I can.
It's
Sorry,
it's streaming on Tubi for free.
Nice. All right,
Yeah.
gonna do it.
I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and that was the
Oh,
end.
Okay, thank you, bud. My son came downstairs. He goes, so just so you know, it's not streaming on Discord or YouTube or anything anymore.
I messaged Simon.
So you got 3/4 of the way through it. Damien, did you watch it?
No.
No, did anybody watch
No,
it?
I've been gone. I didn't even know we were watching
Oh,
this.
thanks, Damien. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's my first
sorry.
night. I had no idea what you guys were watching.
I don't want to hear excuses. I didn't
Oh
ask
yeah,
for
sorry.
excuses.
Sorry, I'm a failure.
All right, so
I
I mean,
did
Dark
revisit it.
Hmm.
I did revisit it. I watched the whole thing again.
Hi.
And it was a piece of shit.
That is unfair for its time. 82.
I rewatched it. I rewatched it this weekend. I had a
even
blast.
in 82, it was a
Haven't
piece
seen
of
it.
shit.
It was
I don't
for
know.
me.
I
It was
will
really
say,
good
though-
because it was really good for me because it was more uplifting after watching The Well. I watched The Well and I was all depressed, and then I watched Sword and the Sorcerer and like, okay, now I
But The
can.
Well wasn't
have
bad.
some
The
more
Well
fun.
was
Yeah,
amazing.
I haven't seen the
How would
well.
you
What is
It was
consider
not bad. It was
I
just
want to see the
depressing.
whale.
So- So
depressing
just a
for the
warning,
first
this is a spoiler
beginning.
show, so we will be talking about it.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
Those things don't hurt my feelings. I have no feelings.
Well, that's great.
Talking about the whale would hurt your feelings?
No, as I'm saying, I have no feelings.
Spoilers.
Spoilers
Oh, okay.
will not hurt my feelings.
Oh,
Spoilers
okay.
don't hurt her feelings.
Okay, you're the one who picked it. If you've got anything else to fucking say, I'll listen to it. I'm never fucking watching this movie again. Even if I start getting high on purpose, I will never fucking watch this movie again.
Oh my god!
How was it back in 1982? Like that was like the height of D&D and wanting to see these fantasy movies. How big was it back then?
It was pretty. It was pretty big. I mean, because it beat Conan the Barbarian to the theater by a few months. So and obviously the character of Talon is inspired by Conan, the original Robert E. Howard stories of Conan. You know, how
Okay.
he was like a general and a pirate and all this stuff at the beginning of the movie. It's
three-bladed
kind of
Red
basically your
Sonja.
sword with
it's
rockets
just
that
basically
shoot
Conan
out.
with a three-bladed sword.
Yeah. I like Conan.
Yeah.
Conan the
I
Barbarian
will
from
say,
Fallout?
that during that battle between Cromwell and Talon at the end,
Oh man, that was awesome. I love the
I
the
was
sparking
watching it
swords.
and I was thinking about Masters of the Universe and the fight at the end with
Oh my
Skeletor and He-Man, and I was
Yeah,
like,
right on.
okay, maybe this edges it out a little bit, but not by much. And at least the fucking two ends of the sword, like the two other blades are gone, so he's back to one fucking blade. But then but then his fucking sword gets cut in half, and he pulls out another blade. Like, what kind of Swiss Army fucking knife is this fucking thing?
And then he had a blade in his gauntlet at the end. He pulled another blade out of his gauntlet.
I was confused. 3 blades as in 3 different steel.
So one hilt
side by side.
Yeah. One hilt with 3 blades on it.
That's like my Mach 3
Okay.
And another blade in the hilt that like a short sword.
Yeah, no, see, I was seeing like 3 blades on one blade.
It's
3 separate blades.
It's one hilt,
but
3 individual blades side by side.
That is,
it's really like a sword with 2 rockets on the side.
Level of compensation I don't know how to understand.
He never fights with the 3 blades. He always fires the 2 side blades first, and he fights with the center blade.
No, that's not true.
Except for the time when he smashed all the swords together. Yeah. You never see him actually fighting with it.
Okay, excuse me.
What the hell is going on with this story?
He's fucking nailed. He's got spikes through his hands, and he's nailed on a big fucking X, and somehow pulls his hands free, and now is able to fucking fight with swords. Because, I know I'll be able to do that with big gaping fucking holes through my palms.
Well, yeah, if you're Jesus.
And
I was about to say, Jesus saved the whole world.
Well, he'd already had a arrow to his hand, so maybe he messed up all the nerves in there.
So not only does he free himself, but then he grabs, like, somebody throws him his sword, and he fucking reaches up and grabs it. And then when he shows up to fight Cromwell, there's blood on all 3 blades.
There is blood on all 3 blades.
He did fight with all 3 of them on the hilt at the same time.
Well, he was probably using it more as a melee weapon at that time. Yeah.
So how does he?
But I mean, when he's sword fighting with somebody, it always
he just has it at the beginning of the movie.
He just has it.
You don't ever see him swinging it like in a sword fight with somebody with the 3 blades. You just see him.
Yeah, they already lost one stunt double.
That's crazy.
See, I thought it was 3 blades that just kind of like jutted out from each other. But then when I saw it was 3 blades side by side, I was like, what the fuck? And I actually did that. My fucking head tilted to the side, and I'm like, what the heck? Like a dog.
Yeah, that's how I felt when you were describing it just now. Wait. I got to have a clarification. What are you talking about?
Look up Sword and the Sorcerer, and you'll fucking see this stupid.
It was definitely different than any other.
I'm sorry, I apologize. This is like, this has like a nostalgia factor for you and everything, and I do apologize for how bad I hated this fucking movie.
For me, this is the second most famous fantasy sword. The first one, in my opinion, would be the Excalibur sword from Excalibur.
Okay,
maybe
Excalibur,
the Arnold sword.
What's the name of this sword? Besides crazy,
it doesn't have a sword. It's called the sword. That's all.
The second.
They don't name it.
Famous sword.
Okay, well, famous swords have names.
Yeah,
oh, does it?
They call it the Stooges.
Well, it probably has a name. He just didn't mention it.
Yeah, no, they never bring up the name of the. What's up?
They don't
They never say the name of the sword in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all just call it fucked up.
But the end fight was really good. It's like they kept pulling out different kind of knives, and Cromwell had the staff that had the blade that shot out of it, and even though when he's swinging around, you can see the blade flopping around.
Yeah.
Blades are not supposed to flop around. I can tell you. I am Lady Blades. They don't do that. They don't do that.
Give it some.
He had the
kills
staff
me at
that,
the end.
that pushes a button, and 2 blades pop out on each side, and then he was
Holy
fighting
shit!
with
There's a sequel to this movie.
Oh my God! Is there really?
Stunt double had a brother.
So what kills me at the end is the fucking. He saves the day, and the girl's like, "You have payment to collect," or some stupid shit like that. And then for no fucking reason whatsoever, he swings through the dining hall on a fucking rope with her. Like, what the fuck?
I'm about to get some booty.
Do you not know how quests
And then they
works
say later,
better?
was the debt paid? It surely was.
It was
Like,
definitely
fuck
paid,
off, man.
With his 3-bladed sword.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
I
done
gotta watch
talking
this
about this
movie.
fucking movie. I'm sorry. If you got more to say, I give you the floor, sir.
No,
But I am fucking done with
we
that
can move.
movie.
We can move on to the well if you want.
Okay. Well, let's talk about
The whale.
Can They See Us? Did anybody else see that other than me?
I did.
Am I
watch
the
I
only
did
one that
not
watched
watch
it?
No.
Yeah.
What is it?
So Can They See Us? It's a story that takes place, if I'm not mistaken, in Senegal. And the movie starts with a woman who's pregnant and her husband is trying to get a taxi because where they are in Senegal, there's like in the village they're in, there's one guy with a car. So they're trying to get to the hospital, and you find out very early on that his mother has an issue with his wife. Like, she doesn't like her at all. And then the baby is born, and the father goes in to see the baby and comes out really pissed off and says, that thing is not my baby. And you go to find out that it was an albino that was born.
Oh,
And apparently that is very frowned upon. Like the mother of the like, this is so fucking weird to say it, the mother of the father then calls the mother of the child a witch or something like that.
Evil.
Hey, is that what she called
Yeah.
him? Or evil? Or she was yeah.
Yeah.
So the mother is basically kicked out of the house, and she has to raise her child on her own. And it's one of those classic stories where there's a child that's born with an affliction, and the parents don't ever let the child outside, but the child yearns for the outside, and then everything just fucking goes south from there. It's just like when you think that this fucking kid's life can't get any fucking worse, it's like the fucking hits just keep coming.
yeah. I can't watch a movie like that.
Is that
And
The Whale or Can You See Us?
this is the Can You See
Can you
Us?
see us?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I watched 58 minutes of it. That was enough.
That was
How many-
very
how many minutes
specific.
are there?
Either shut it off or slit my throat, and I just decided to shut it off.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
so
very
the mother
graphic detail.
so the mother of the boy remarries. So the boy's name is
Jordan.
Joseph.
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 It's not
So
a consensus
Joseph's
on that.
mother remarries, and
taxi
you
guy.
see them later on in life, and yeah. So Joseph is yearning for the outside, and of course, the first time he goes outside, the kids see him for the very first time, and they call him a ghost.
He gets sunburned.
And they also use the term Mwabe, and when I looked up the term Mwabe, it's like a
Bat
discriminatory
crap.
term
It's a
for an
slur.
albino in
So
Senegal.
what country is this again?
Senegal,
Senegal?
if I'm not mistaken.
Senegal.
Oh, I thought it was
like
Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
okay,
That's in
Oh, maybe it's
like in Africa or something.
yeah, that's
yeah,
in Africa.
yeah, it's in Africa. Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah.
Man, my geography skills are fucked.
So I mean, the kid. So he gets beat up the first time he's there, and then the classic trope where he meets an outcast of the village, and the outcast sees him for who he is, and he sees the outcast for who he is. So they become friends,
That's cool.
and like right away he starts teaching him the fucking guitar
respect
because
that.
that's what would happen in real life.
Mhm.
They
And
become more than
so,
friends.
yeah. So after this, the kid's finally allowed to go to school because
They
he's been
cross in their-
homeschooled.
Tri-swords.
No,
Cross the shrine sword.
no. So he goes to school and he gets bullied at
Sorry.
school,
The debt's
but
been
then that's
paid.
not bad enough.
The debt's been paid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spider.
No, it's all good. So he got abandoned by his father. He gets bullied by kids when he goes out for the first time. He goes to school. He gets bullied by the same kids. As if that's not bad enough, while he's walking home from school one day, these fucking gang members see a white black person and call him a diamond. And
That
they
sounds
launch
nice.
this plot to fucking kidnap him. So
That sounds less nice.
yeah. So at one point
gets
when he's
worse.
on his way home, they fucking ambush him and start trying to hack his fucking leg off.
Okay, that's
Oh,
not
shit.
cool, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, is this?
Jesus.
Now I've heard of stuff like this. in those countries, like an albino, like there's some kind of voodoo
Yeah.
stuff. So like if
Yeah.
you
So
if
they were
you
trying to
eat
hack him
alcohol-
up to
No.
sell
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
To sell his parts.
Yeah, they're trying to get
Shamanism.
some
But
power
yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Shamans
they
are
just
good for
cut
that.
his leg. They don't actually hack it off, and then these villagers come and they save him and everything. So now he's on crutches and he's got a big fucking hole in his leg. And
Lord.
That's
his
where I stopped watching.
yeah. So his parents
It's a
decide that
comedy
they're
club?
gonna.
Done.
So the parents decide that they're gonna move to the city to get away from the village. So while they go to look for jobs, he goes to school, and then the aunt comes to the school to tell him, "Oh, your parents died."
Jesus.
And I'm just
Both
like,
parents?
my
Like
God,
parents?
fuck, man.
Plural?
Like,
What?
it's like, oh yeah,
Why?
I don't fucking know. They never say.
Oh, I'm glad I shut
But
it
I know,
off.
but I'm saying, why would
Wow.
you even film a movie about such sadness?
We
They were
watched
bored?
Beautiful Boy.
Yeah, what is
I
the
mean,
purpose? of
What's that
type
movie
of
about the-
movie?
Bunny
I can
fence
see
or
if you
some
were like-
shit?
About the
I can
what?
see if you were really feeling bad about
There's-
yourself and you needed to feel good, you needed something to like remind you, like, okay, I've got running water.
I think-
Great. That's great.
It's
I
a
think
movie
Sword of
about
the Sorcerer is looking
Aboriginals
better and
in,
better now.
I think
I think
Australia or
so.
New Zealand. It's like
I think
the bunny
so.
fence or something like that.
I've
I watched
never heard of
5
that
minutes
before.
and I was like, turn this off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got through watching Sweet Home Alabama. That made me laugh.
So I mean, at this point, I'm fucking committed to the movie, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going to happen to this kid next?
Committed to depression.
So
He's gonna have to pay taxes next.
when his
There you go.
when
You gotta
his-
get a job.
Oh my god.
So
Get a
when his
job.
mother and
So his
stepfather
parents got
die,
killed.
yeah. So his
He's
mother and
gonna
his
have a lot of
stepfather
options.
die,
Die.
and that's when he finds
Oh my
out that
God.
that wasn't his real father. His mother had never told him that that wasn't his real father.
Oh, Jesus
Of
Christ.
course.
So now
Yep.
his biological father has money, like crazy fucking money.
Nice.
So the village gets together to split up the assets of the mother and the stepfather and everything.
Wait,
and they
why
decide
does the
that,
village get to do that?
It's
I guess
That's
that's
the
just
village
how
to
it's
raise
done
a
there.
family.
So they split it up with the village, or
I don't know. I don't know. They don't really
All right.
specify.
Right.
But
Very
that
vague
whole
and
scene
weird.
is basically just to lead up to what the fuck's his name again? Joseph is going to go
Dad-
live with
Daddy
his
Warbucks?
biological
Kennedy.
father. Kennedy, yeah.
Mm.
So
Daddy
they show up
Robots.
at the house. Kennedy's remarried. He's got 2 kids of his own. And then his wife finds out that he was married before and he has a kid. So she fucking stands up and gets all pissed off and fucks off.
Damn.
And
Terrible.
yeah. So then
my God.
I
She doesn't
guess
want.
a little time after that happens, Kennedy, who is Joseph's father, his new wife makes a maid take some money and hide it in Joseph's room, and then
So he gets in trouble.
frames Joseph for stealing money from her handbag, and his
Good
dad
Lord.
just whips the fuck out of him.
nice.
Oh man.
So it's
Mark
just
showed
like
up.
I said, it's just it starts
Yeah.
like I won't even say it starts here and goes down. It's like it starts fucking here and just fucking goes down.
Mhm.
How does it end?
It's like Dante
So-
Does
Does
it
Inferno level of
end?
shit.
It never ends.
After that-
Does it-
So after that, I guess he gets shipped off to like a boarding school.
Yeah, some kind of
Mm.
college or something like
Yeah.
that.
So he either
On
runs
whose
away.
dime?
I'm the
on
rich
probably
man's
the
dime.
father.
The rich man's done.
It's not America. They don't have to pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
Eh,
So
boarding
I don't
school?
know
That
if
is
he
not
like
how
it's,
boarding
it's
school
never
works, but yeah, okay.
it's never
Mm-mm.
clarified if he runs away and goes or if his father sends him to this boarding school.
His dad sends him. You can't
But-
just show up at a boarding school with no
Well,
money.
you don't know. No, but you don't know how it works over there either, right?
Yeah,
All
obviously,
boarding
'cause they're
schools
like,
are pretty much the same.
Remember,
yeah,
some
but
of-
they were
some
just
of the-
hiding up his ass.
Some of the
Yeah,
ones
right.
over there
The
are run by
village.
religious organizations and
Mhm.
stuff. Though.
Yeah.
Well, they would be more of
Catholic
an
Church.
orphanage than a boarding school.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So right away when he gets there, he makes a friend and he's
It's
in
the
this
sade
music
girl
class.
from school.
made
From
of
his
clay.
elementary
No,
school.
no, not yet. No, that's later on.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Sharon?
Yeah, that's later on. So he starts going to these classes and he's playing the guitar that the outcast from the
that
village
friend.
gave him and taught him how to play and
The
everything.
madman.
His boyfriend.
Yeah. No, not his boyfriend.
The Trisword.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay.
So it skips to later on. I think it's another like 5 years later or something, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's 5 years later. So now Joseph is older, and there's a new group of students that go to the school, and then he runs into the only friend he had when he was at school at the village. And she hears him play. She introduces him to somebody that he knows, and he becomes this massive recording artist. And he submits all of his songs anonymously to radio stations, and they're being played all over radio stations and stuff like that. But nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows what he looks like. Nobody knows anything about him. And he goes to do this concert, and his dad shows up, and there's like a little fight between them. But then he goes to walk away, and then Joseph forgives him for what happened when he was a kid, and he was blaming him. He's like, I didn't need you to be perfect. I just needed you to be there, type of thing. And then he plays one song, and his dad stands up and he cries, and the movie ends. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, all right.
It's like I'm guessing they made the movie to show how hard it is for people in his situation there, which I get. I have a hard time watching shit like that because I've never been that way towards people. So I mean, and it's any movie that I watch where people are discriminated against. It's hard for me to watch because I've just never been that way. I've never had that mentality.
Agreed.
And my kids have never been raised with that mentality either. Like they
love everybody.
Like if there's somebody,
I'm literally
first of all, if
wearing
there's
a
somebody at a
rainbow.
park and they're playing by themselves, my kids are going to that kid. Forget everybody else who's playing with people. They will go to that one kid and ask them if they want to play. It's backfired on them a couple times, but
Preach.
it's like, and it's like at one point in the movie, Joseph's mother says, hatred. You're not born with hatred. You're taught hatred.
It's taught. Yeah.
It's so taught. It's absolutely taught. You never see kids at a daycare. Every once in a while they'll fight over a toy, but it doesn't matter. They love everybody in that room, man.
It's about the toy. It's not about who has it.
Exactly. It's the toy.
Yeah.
It's the toy.
Yeah.
So
That's
did
all.
anybody else watch this movie?
King did. What did you
I
think?
didn't see
No.
any of these movies.
No, honestly, I did like it, but
Well, honey.
my problem was it was
I
a
didn't
little
see the movies.
disjointed. Like they were like boom, 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 with nothing in between or no talk about in between.
That sounds like a porn.
Are you
And
getting ready for bed, honey?
it made me want to find out more about
Oh,
why
you're
were they
waiting on
cutting the
me.
kid
All
up.
right.
I didn't understand it. I had
They
to go
didn't
look
even get
up,
to the
like,
whale yet. I'm gonna have to.
We're
what's
we're
going
about
on?
to get to it. It's not going to be long.
I was like, why
Okay,
did they chop?
but
Like I understand.
I have
the
to put
value
my
of the
kid to bed. So
But why are they chopping him up
Okay.
right there in the middle of the field? I had
Okay,
to go
all right.
back and research.
Bye, kid.
they all say hi,
Let it
kid.
in.
No, it's because I heard him say bye, mommy's friends.
She said hi, mommy's friends.
Oh, hi, mommy's friends. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. She thinks this is super
But I couldn't
funny.
understand.
You're on
what
YouTube.
was-
You're on
Sorry,
YouTube.
King.
Oh, she's.
But I
Don't
couldn't
tell her
understand
that.
like
She
what
always
was
wanted to be a
really going
YouTuber.
on.
Okay.
Why did they have such
All right, I'm
animosity
just-
towards albinos? Like I thought it was a common genetic thing going on down there.
So
Why
I don't know
they
how
chop-
common it is.
It's rare enough that they'll believe that it's
Yeah.
quasi voodoo thing, but they don't explain none of that in the story. Like you felt like you were trying to learn about what's going on in this culture, but they didn't explain nothing. You had to go on the internet and find out what's this
Yeah,
movie
like I
really
actually looked
about?
up the
Why?
term wabi to find out what the
Right.
fuck it meant.
Same
Okay.
thing.
See, that's the point though. It's not a matter of them teaching you in the moment. You taught yourself because they intrigued you. So they did what they wanted to
Per
do. They
people like
started. They
myself,
planted the seed.
yeah. Some other individuals,
Yeah,
there's
not
no way they
everybody's
would
going to
do
do
it.
Y'all ever-
that.
I
Y'all
mean,
ever
yeah,
see,
not everybody's going to watch no more than 58 minutes.
Y'all ever see District 9?
Yeah.
I remember like there was a scene in that where like because when the guy got that alien arm, like the dude, the
What?
voodoo guy
Yeah.
tried to eat he wanted to chop his arm off.
We're
Like
talking about
that so he
District
could eat
9, not Can You See?
I was about to say,
it.
yeah.
In the movie District 9, there was a
So
scene
all of a
that-
sudden, the
that was
albino
kind of-
sprouted this fucking alien arm.
Yeah, like-
Yes. Now
And it
we're
had three
talking. Now I
blades.
want to get
Yeah,
on board.
yeah, yeah.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, so in District 9, there was a voodoo guy like that, and he was trying to chop that dude's arm off because he grew an alien arm, and he was going to eat it, like, and get the
Mhm.
power from it. So it's kind of the same situation with the albinos. Anything
Yeah.
that's like out of the ordinary, I guess.
But other than that,
It's
I thought
good.
it was a good movie. I enjoyed the characters, enjoyed the story. Just it was missing more information, I think, across the board.
I think they made too much misery, and I don't know if it's based off of a true story or not.
It's supposed to be an albino singer.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, it
So
was
did
just
he become a singer at the end of it,
It
or
was
what?
just yeah.
Yes,
he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the screen fades to black with him on stage after he sings his first song at his concert.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So,
But my
so at
biggest
the end of the
issue-
movie, he became famous, I guess.
Oh yeah, massively famous. Yeah.
So it's
My
happy-
biggest issue was the
happy
guitar that had the stickers on it saying Black Ivory, Black Ivory, Black Ivory.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
what
bit
was
on the
that?
nose, don't you think?
Hey, was Chappie, was that like a tied into District 9?
Not really,
China.
but it's the same director.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's very similar.
Crow, did you
and,
watch any of the
a lot
homework?
But didn't they have
African
robots
people.
in it?
Chappie, yes.
I mean, no, not Chappie, but District 9.
There are three of the
can't
movies
tell
that
if
are
he's
similar.
talking.
You got Chappie, you got District 9, you got Elysium. Are all kind of similar. 'cause
District-
they're
District
from the
9,
same
Lithium
director.
had-
Either he doesn't
uh,
want to interrupt or
Crow, did you watch the homework?
we can't hear you.
We
at
can't
home,
hear you,
right?
Crow.
You got to do that thing. Hold on, I got you.
Gotta do the thing.
Oh, was he
Smack
away
in the-
for too long? Oh, he was probably talking and we just didn't hear him.
do
He's
the,
probably
do
like, why the
hand,
fuck
do
aren't
the
they
hand
answering
thing.
me? Just sign,
There you go.
motherfucker. Tell us if
There
you
you
saw
go.
the
Touch
movie.
your
I
hand.
sent you
Touch
an
your
invite. I
hand.
sent you an invite. You got
There
an
you
invite.
go.
I sent you one. Check your thing. I sent you one.
Oh no.
Check your
Where'd he
thing.
go?
Oh, no,
All right.
Crow. That was a good movie too.
Is he
All right.
acting out
So-
the
He's
zombie
doing
movie?
some
Crow.
sign language.
We're gonna
The
watch
Crow?
in October.
Hey, can you talk?
No, we still can't hear you, buddy. You might have to leave and come back.
Yeah, you're messed up, dude. You might as well give up.
He's all pissed.
Oh no.
All right.
Maybe you have to. I
Well,
don't
since
know.
King and I are the only ones who watched the whole movie, since we don't know if Crow did, let's move on to the whale.
I didn't miss it. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a nice.
Oh yeah, we
uplifting
spent 20 minutes on
fucking
each
movie.
other movie, but we waited till you were
Uplift,
fucking
yeah.
putting
You
your
liked
kid
it,
to
Win?
bed for 2 minutes to
You
discuss
liked it?
all of the whale.
No?
Hey, you know what? You never know. You never
No,
know.
I thought it was.
No.
Oh,
heartbreaking.
Exes said she hated how it skipped skip parts so much for
For the
Moana.
whale or come see us?
Come see us.
Okay. Where's she writing that, on the Binge Nation channel?
Yep, on our famous Discord on Twitch.
Oh, on
On
Twitch.
Twitch.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. The whale. So I was fucking crazy excited for this movie. I have
too.
been a massive Brandon Fraser fan
Mm.
since I was a fucking kid
Same.
watching School
Encino.
Ties, Encino Man, fucking
Encino Man.
George
The
of the
Mummy.
Jungle, The Mummy. Like, I fucking loved watching movies with this guy in it. Hey, Crow, can we
Journey
hear
to
you
the
now?
center of the earth.
No, we can't hear you. Shit.
Okay,
Hey.
so try partying
okay,
up
man.
with VR stars. see if
Try
that
me
works.
again. I sent you one. Send me one. Do me. Do me.
Yeah, Crow,
Oh,
do
okay,
VR
yeah.
stuff.
VR, is this
Yeah,
how you
do
get
him with
dates?
his like.
Who me?
Tri-sword.
Oh, you
Yeah, but
must
I
be.
can't hook
You
up
must
with
be
you.
thinking I
Try
get
hooking up
dates.
with
Just
me.
do the
That's
Do
funny.
VR star.
Huh?
We can all hook up here.
Yeah,
We're
do
all
me.
the
just friends.
Do me,
fist bump
baby.
thing in here. You have to
Here, I
party
got
up
you.
in here. Jeez.
Why am I spinning?
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, his menu might not be working. It might still have that glitch where he can't accept invites to anything.
We're in a party
you hear
right
him
now.
in the party?
but I can't hear a thing unless he's just like not talking for fun, like messing with us all.
You know, I truly believe
Oh,
his
sorry.
face looks like that
Yep.
when he's pissed off.
In real life.
I did.
Yeah.
This is what an angry man looks like.
He's like,
Uh-huh.
yes. Yeah. So the whale, like I said, I was so excited for this, and I feel like me personally, I might have built it up so much in my head
Yes.
that I was kind of overall let down with the movie.
Mm.
I don't know if anybody had the same experience.
I
won't watch
enjoyed
it
the
for that
movie,
reason.
and I enjoyed Brendan Fraser, but I felt
Mm.
it was depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what is it really about?
It's
So
about a guy.
it's literally
like
about the
guy's
last week of
the la-
somebody's life.
right, the last week of somebody's life. So every
Oh.
day they put like it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Thursday,
So what is he
Friday. By the
dying
end of the
from?
day,
Well, yeah,
he killed
but there
himself
was a
from
He's
being
reason
fat.
He's like
behind
crazy
it.
obese.
Okay.
Obese.
Well, I
But
didn't
there
know.
was a
Maybe he had a heart
reason
attack.
behind it.
He had congestive heart
Because-
failure.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
you're
mean,
talking about
why
it. Okay,
he
you're talking about his
ate,
obesity. So he was
why
always
he
a big
became an
guy.
overeater.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so
like,
he,
it's not like cancer. It's not like congestive heart failure. It's like you got a week to live.
Yeah, but when
So-
you're like 600 pounds,
Yeah.
he just
Yeah,
he
and
was.
he
It
had
was
had
so
it for a
sad
while.
because
okay, so
and his friend kept bringing him like buckets of fucking fried chicken, and he was
Yeah.
just shoving it in his fucking face all the time.
so
was
just
getting
just
like
to
the
let
best
you know.
life.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So
All right, what about now?
oh, there he is.
Yeah.
You can
There he is.
all right, I had to reset my headset.
Ah.
Okay.
Alright.
So before we get any more into whale, did you watch the Sword and the Sorcerer, or Can You See Us?
Both of them. Both.
You
of
watch both of them?
them. Yes.
Okay. What do you think?
So-
Real quick, 2-minute recap for each movie.
All right, I have no fucking clue what happened in Sword of the Sorcerer. I couldn't keep track of the characters. I couldn't keep track of the story. The only part I did like was the titty scene. I was waiting for something on Discord.
I think I
Mid-sentence,
fell
stopped
asleep during
and
that
said
part.
Sorcerer.
Oh yeah, they're definitely some titty
Titties?
scenes. Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
titties.
yeah,
I fell
yeah,
asleep
that-
Okay,
during
I gotta
that
watch
part.
this.
That's how I
that
fall
was like
asleep, is
that
the
was a
titty
highlight
scenes.
of it. And
The best part.
yeah,
titties.
the other
Like
one,
he
it was
How
swings in the
stupid-
window.
depressing.
He swung in the
fucking
window into
sword.
the harem room, and there was a lot of
That's-
titties in that
so-
room.
so
in that
fucking
scene.
stupid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta watch
there
this
was
movie.
a-
It
I'm about
was
to
like
look up this sword.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
titties.
it was ridiculous. And the one with the albino, black kid, whatever. That movie was so fucking. It was as bad as it was just terrible. Just the.
It was as bad as it was
go through
terrible.
all that.
That is poetry.
Well, no, I mean like
very
terrible.
stupid.
Just yeah, like terrible. Like all the stuff that happened to him.
Yeah.
Like just being discriminated against and targeted like
Yeah.
that. Oh my god, I could barely just watch it. I mean, I was half out of it anyway. So
It's like being extra
So
white
was it
in
a
Africa
bad
is
movie?
bad.
yeah. What's that?
So you didn't like it, or you did like it?
No, I did not like.
Who likes being sad?
Yeah.
I mean, I do sometimes.
Well,
Anyway.
That
then
sounds
go
like
to
something you
venues.
need to bring up with OnlyFans, okay?
So,
Oh, yeah,
so on the
my
well,
OnlyFans.
one of the things to remember on the well is, as far as the movie's concerned, is that this was originally a play.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why everything takes place in his living room, basically.
Yeah.
The whole movie takes place in his living room.
Wow. He is a big
because it
kid.
was
Yeah, 'cause you
originally
can't
a
move
play.
it.
there.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be too hard
just
to
to
change
give you
rooms.
some
Not how
context,
plays are written,
okay?
but yes, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good take.
just to give you some context, the movie starts with a bunch of people in like a Zoom meeting or a Microsoft Teams meeting,
Ew.
and Brendan Fraser's character Charlie.
He was
Charlie,
a
yeah.
class, yeah.
He's a teacher.
Charlie.
He's the teacher
the-
for the class,
he's
but
like-
his camera is always off. Like his students are always asking to see him, and he says, "No, my camera's still broken." So the movie opens on that, and then it goes straight from that to him jerking off to gay porn. Which, after seeing him stand up,
Okay.
and I don't mean to sound like a fucking asshole by saying this, how the fuck
I
did he
had
reach his
this.
dick?
I already.
Okay,
One of
I'm
my
sorry.
notes.
Literally,
One of my
okay,
notes.
when he stands up, his fucking stomach goes to his knees.
I figured it out.
One of my notes.
Well, he was
shower
leaning-
Scene.
he
How
was
does
leaning
find
back.
his dick?
In the
I
chair,
have
he was leaning
no
back in the chair,
comment on
and
that
his
one.
belly was
Okay.
just kind of,
When there's a
'Cause-
will, there's a way.
there's a
But
there's a will,
while
there's
he's
a way.
Thank
jerking
you.
off,
Right.
he starts
Thank
to have a
you.
heart
Right.
attack.
King knows.
There's a way.
So
Yeah,
while
they-
he's jerking off, he starts to have a heart attack.
He was
And he
definitely
has a
crossing
friend that comes
Tri-Swords.
over who's a nurse, and she takes his blood
finishes it.
pressure, and it was like 250 or 280
Right.
over.
It was 1,000
one-
over
Oh, it
10.
was-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
so,
it.
that's the thing is, like, at the very beginning of the movie, it's established that his blood
He's
pressure
in
and everything is
congestive
so
heart
high.
failure. Yeah.
He's gonna he if he doesn't go get medical help immediately, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And he just refuses to go. And
Yeah, he's
that-
done.
So
In
so
this
you- so you
economy,
just-
yeah, of course he does.
yeah. Because he wants to
You
save,
know, I think
but he
he-
wants to save the money that he has. He has like a nest egg, like $100,000 saved up, and he wants to save it for his
120.
daughter.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what you
okay.
don't
Good
know
for
at the
him.
very beginning of the movie is that he was previously married to a woman and they had a child. And when he was 8, he either decided he was gay or finally admitted that he was gay.
At
And
8?
he left. No, when his daughter was 8.
Okay. All right. That makes more
Yeah.
sense.
So that's why. So he was previously married and he had a daughter with this woman. And when his daughter was 8 years old, he left his wife and his daughter to go and be with his boyfriend. So you find out fairly early in the movie that him and his daughter are estranged.
Yes.
And at one point she comes in, like he invites her over and he's trying to get to know her because he knows that he's about to die and he refuses to go to the hospital.
It's like Doom Patrol
And
all over again.
it's this whole big thing where
Doom Patrol?
she
Yeah.
That's a good
doesn't
show. I
like
enjoyed
him.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wait,
she
I'm
doesn't like him,
confused.
and
He
it's this
doesn't
whole
want to
big
waste
thing.
the money, but he knows he's going to die. So
He's
What's
wanting
the
to
money
give the money
for?
to his daughter.
So yeah,
his daughter.
so the
He wants
money's
to-
for his daughter.
Yeah, dude, if you're like a week
Yeah.
from death anyway, like, yeah, give that to your kid.
Yeah,
Well,
much
it's
more you
because
can
his
do.
friend had been begging him for like years to go to a hospital, and he's always refused
Okay.
because he
Well, that's on
didn't-
him.
He never let her know that he had this money. It was a big secret.
He
The
doesn't
only
live in
people who
Canada.
knew about the money were him and his ex-wife. What'd you say?
But you know,
doesn't live in
Canada with free healthcare. But you know what
Beautiful,
though?
Dark.
For
That was
years,
the best
it's-
joke
it
of the
doesn't.
night.
It doesn't take money to make life changes. It sounds like he was still forcing all that chicken down his throat. You know.
So he
Yeah.
was so what it is, okay, is that and it's established also early on in the movie that he was always a big guy. He was never the skinny guy, but
was the bear.
his ex, or not his ex, but his boyfriend died. He committed suicide.
Oh, good. So
Mhm.
lots of depression. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what it comes down
that
to.
kicked his eating into overdrive,
Yep.
and he
It's dark,
became
man.
dependent on it.
Well, was
Yeah.
there anything else that was going on with his boyfriend besides him committing
Yes.
suicide? Because there were some parts of that I wasn't quite clear on. Like,
So
Yeah.
it
was
took
he
me
sick
a
as well?
fucking long time to realize that the boyfriend who killed himself was the nurse's brother.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a
And
slow
they
burn that
spelled
they
that
kind of
out
rebuilt that
early in
over
the
time.
movie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the movie was almost over, I was like, wait a fucking second. It was her brother.
It's because they didn't reveal it until the
You didn't see
end.
that coming?
No,
it was
they
like
did.
a slow reveal.
But they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't notice it either until close to the end.
Yeah.
So they
Well,
didn't
I'm gonna
reveal it
enjoy
good
watching
enough.
this.
Yeah.
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 So
but I
what did
can't
you
watch
think of
though.
it?
I can't watch it.
You don't
I
like to
thought
be
it was
sad,
depressing as
Star?
fuck.
Mm-mm.
I thought that it was well written. I thought the acting was amazing. I thought that he did a great job in it.
Yeah.
But that the whole story, I mean, it was just depressing as fuck. It was so sad but they had mentioned that his boyfriend it wasn't even his husband,
Yeah.
because she had yelled at him and said, "Why didn't you call me?" And he said, "I wasn't family," because
Yeah.
that was before gay marriage was legal. So that was fucking sad.
No.
And-
She was saying how she had to be the one to go and
Oh,
identify the body.
Right.
Right,
Right.
because
And
he
Why
wasn't
did-
family.
she had to
yeah.
be the one to do it because he wasn't family.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Mhm.
And
Did they
it
find
was
him real
like-
quick? Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, Win. Go ahead.
And
Well,
they're-
yeah,
they're-
no, I mean he was but
And their
No, he
parents,
had been dead
also
for a while because they said that
stopped
they found him the following
but
spring
he
or
had
whatever.
stopped
Yeah.
eating. He starved
Yeah.
himself. Like
Yeah,
he
because
stopped
he-
eating.
because
That
he was in a
part
major
of it, 'cause
depression
he was
because his
shunned from the
father had-
church.
Yeah.
it was like a pastor
Yes.
of the church or something, right? And that drove him. to
No, the
suicide.
father was. Yeah, the father.
That's what I'm saying. The
yeah.
father was a
Holy
pastor.
hell,
Yeah.
I've got to watch this.
Yeah.
The father
This
was a
happens in the
pastor.
span of
It was
a
just-
week.
Yeah.
The father
It
was a
was
pastor
very
of this like New Life or
convoluted.
something like that, New Life Church,
Yes.
right? And so there was this whole
Yep.
thing about this New Life people, and there was like a missionary kid
Yep.
that kept coming, and they thought he was with New Life, and then it turned out he wasn't with New Life, and
Yeah.
he was
Right,
just
yeah,
some.
he was
Yeah,
a
so
little
it's
thief.
all
He was
it's
just a little
like all these
crazy.
little twists and turns that's really hard to discuss.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
without
I mean,
context,
it was
and
good.
it
It
was
was well written. It was well acted. You know, the directed, it was great, but it was just so fucking depressing.
yeah.
It was just so sad.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't sound
then
like the list of movies was
ending
super cheerful this
where
week.
you
But it-
Yeah, no, it really
realize-
wasn't. No, it really
But it's
wasn't.
one of those-
I kinda
Yeah,
picked
I
up
mean,
on
but-
that
went
one.
up real high.
But it's
Yeah,
one of those
no.
movies where they kind of have it has all these different layers that slowly get unraveled as you go through the movie, kind of like
Yeah.
a murder mystery. You know, it's like
Yeah.
as you go through, you find out, oh, well, this is why this person's doing this is why this
Yeah.
person's doing this, and
Yeah,
at
and
the
it's like,
beginning,
is
you're
the
like, what the
daughter a
fuck's
good
going on here?
person? Is
Yeah.
she just a fucking outright cunt? Like,
right?
you know, but
Yeah,
it's
but
So-
the ending was just, it was just so sad.
Remember when he flew off?
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Flew
because
off,
you
and then
knew that
he grabbed
was only
the curtain and flung
imagining
across
himself. Yeah, right.
You guys gotta like a thing. Like, there's like a theme here of dudes swinging on
Yeah,
shit this
and then
week.
the rope broke, yeah. But it's
Yeah, it
just
was just-
and like, so while I was watching it, my stepdaughter came in halfway through, and
DoorDash.
it was a scene where he has like 2 large pizzas delivered every night. His friend brings over like meatball subs. He's got like chips
What was the
and
deal with the guy that
candy and
delivers the
chocolate
pizza?
and shit in drawers. What?
What was the deal with the guy that delivers the pizza? What did they ever say what his deal was? Like he kept wanting to talk.
I guess
to
it was
him,
just
like,
a curiosity
hey,
thing.
what-
Like the
yeah.
guy's been
Yeah.
going to his house for so long and he never saw him, that he's trying to interact with him, you know, because as a pizza delivery guy, to fucking show up every night, especially if you're going every fucking day,
Right.
and the person never comes to the door, the money's always in the mailbox, and then they wait until you drive off before going out to grab the pizza from the bench.
I guess they were just
You know.
trying to show like everybody that was circling, you know, his
Yeah.
life was trying to help him, but he
Yeah.
just like refused.
You know, but so there's one scene where I think it's right after his daughter leaves, and you can tell he's not in a good fucking place mentally, and he's eating 2 slices of pizza, one right on top of the other,
Oh.
and then you see him go to the fridge and he's fucking like pouring ranch on the pizza and folding it in half and eating
Oh my
it.
god, that dude is living
Grabbing
my best
handfuls of
life.
Snickers.
He goes to the counter, and I
Did you
think
know you could put a
he
straw in
grabs
ranch?
2 slices of bread, puts a bunch of chips in between the bread, and just shoves that down his throat.
Okay, that's a bit
Like
much,
he
but
really
ranch on
but you can tell, like,
I'm hungry.
so
Like Brendan Fraser.
Nobody
It
here-
was like fiendishly.
Yeah.
He was eating it like an addict, like getting a fix.
Yes.
He
Right.
was-
then he was throwing it
so
up.
You
nobody
could-
here
and
He was
he
eating so much he was
did
throwing it
that
up.
so well that
yeah,
he got this look when he was digging into that bucket of chicken.
yeah.
He
Oh my
got this
God.
look of like ecstasy on his face.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
there is nothing in the world for him that could compare to the rush that he was getting from
Yeah.
that food. It just
From
made
flavor,
me feel
man.
like I never wanted to eat again.
Well, funny story.
Maybe I do need
But-
to watch.
Okay.
So,
I
oh,
I
yeah,
remember
sorry.
you telling me that, and like a fucking idiot, I went and I got a 12-inch fucking sub, brought it home,
So
and I'm like, I'm gonna watch The Whale.
I was gonna ask you
I
because
didn't finish the sub. I did finish the cookies, but I didn't finish the sub. I got to the point where it was like I had the sub, and I felt like I was gonna fucking throw up. I couldn't even swallow what was in my mouth.
I was going to ask you last week
That's what
when
she
we were watching
said.
Twisted
That's
Metal.
happened
You
to
said
me
you wanted to gain
also.
40
When I
pounds
have
to
just
play
swallowed
spit.
to be the character for Halloween. How do you feel after watching The Well?
I mean, Sweet Tooth's fucking awesome. I'll put it then I'll fucking call Wind.
I had a
Sweet Tooth's
situation with my
coming.
job where I went to a house where I used to sell windows, and I went to this house and there was just this big hole in the wall, and there was just plywood on the side of the wall. And I asked him, I said, "So what's going on?" He says, "Well, that was my mother's bedroom." I was like, "It was?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what happened? Did somebody have an accident, run off the road or something?" He's like, "No, that's how the EMS had to get her out."
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I knew
Yeah,
somebody
that happens.
in where I lived in Connecticut, and there was this kid who he had got stuck in the bathtub, and the EMS had to get him out of the bathtub. And my husband was a responding officer, and when he was describing this, I thought they meant, a regular sized human bathtub. And no, it was a garden tub.
Oh
He
my!
was stuck in. Yeah, they actually had to hoist this kid out of. It was sad. It was sad. And I remember running into the kid one time at like a festival or something, and he said, "I'm doing a lot better. I've lost 130 pounds."
Wow.
And for the life of
But-
me looking at him, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
When you
gotta
probably didn't
think,
have
though,
a choice.
You have to think though that some of these people they're bedridden and they're like
It's
800,
sad.
900 pounds. They can't get out of the room. Somebody's fucking enabling that.
Absolutely.
Somebody's bringing
Yeah,
in
the
food.
people who want to put them on like my 900-pound life or whatever the
This
fuck
kid,
show
it was
is.
his mother.
You just
She
don't
wanted
know,
to-
Amy.
She was
You
like
don't
one of those
know.
psycho mothers that she
But
wanted
it's
to keep him close.
and I mean, and you'll see it when you watch it. Like Wynn said, when he's gorging himself, he did such a fucking good job of portraying.
Yeah, because Brendan Fraser has been an
and-
underappreciated actor
Oh yeah,
for like
I
actual
completely,
decades.
I 100% agree
I would
with you
say
on that.
I would say he
But-
definitely earned the Oscar.
Yeah.
that he
Yeah,
got
Oh,
for the
he-
movie.
I haven't
Absolutely.
seen it, and I know he
So-
did.
I have never had an addiction like that, okay? But I have been through massive depression.
Oh yeah,
And I
PTSD.
know what it's
Got
like.
that.
I know what it's like to go searching for like that little nugget of happiness,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mhm.
And when I saw his portrayal and the joy or the glimpse of joy that he got from gorging himself the way that he does, I was like, you know what? I'm not an addict, but I fucking know that feeling, you know?
Mhm.
And the fact that he was able to portray that so well on screen, I mean, fucking kudos to him. Absolutely.
Yep.
Like I said, for me overall, I think because I didn't know what the movie was, and because of all the hype surrounding it, I think I really built it up in my head like it was this big fucking amazing movie. I knew it was going to be sad, and I did tear up at the end. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, nothing wrong with man
I
tears.
was bawling.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
would-
it was going to be sad for some reason. I hadn't really even watched a preview all the way through. I had just heard about it, and I was so excited because, like Lady Blade said, I mean, he has always been a really underappreciated actor.
absolutely.
His talent has always been, underappreciated, and it shown. But I thought that it was going to be like an overcoming something. Like he was going to
Oh, okay.
overcome his eating disorder. I
Like you
didn't
thought
know
he was
that I
gonna
was
end
gonna
up
go
going
through
to the
half
hospital.
a box of fucking tissues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! I think my eyes are still red. I was crying so hard.
When they started
It was
putting the days
awful.
on there, I kind of
Or it's
figured,
the
oh, he ain't
weed,
gonna
I
make it
don't
out of
know.
this.
Yeah, the countdown.
Thank you,
Well, what do y'all
Derek.
think about? Nobody said anything about the Stranger Things kid. What do y'all think about her? The girl who played his daughter.
Well, like I said, I
Sorry,
can't
Elle?
tell.
Yeah, she's in it. The
Yeah.
redhead.
No,
kid,
not
girl.
Elle.
Not Elle, the
No,
redheaded
The
one.
redheaded
Ellie.
chick.
Oh, the
What-
skater girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one that runs
Yeah.
up the hill.
yeah,
Run
Of hope.
yeah. So
Yeah, okay.
she's Brendan Fraser's daughter in this movie. So, like I said about her, I can't tell if she really was just an utter fucking piece of shit, or if she was trying to be better. I know that's
Yeah,
how he sees her at the end because of what happens, and I won't say what happens. But
And I think that's one of the good things about the writing in it, though, because they leave that
think she was a piece of
ambiguous
shit.
that maybe she
Wynn knows
maybe
what's
she's
up.
trying to be bad, or maybe she's trying to help.
really
It's
don't
really
know.
kind of hard to tell.
you know
I
who the
think she
mother
was a piece of
was?
shit.
Did you
No.
recognize the mother?
I didn't recognize the mother.
So who here has seen Minority Report?
Me.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, I probably
So,
have.
Do you remember the three precogs? The powerful one, Agatha?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was her.
Oh, right on. I would not recognize
Yeah.
that character because she was in all that makeup in my normal.
Yeah, I recognized her instantly.
Right on.
So, King, did you see it?
That's a good
Nope.
movie.
No. Crow, did you watch it?
No.
VR Star?
I watched the preview.
So
Okay, Faisal.
I would say that it was a.
But I mean-
I would say it's a really good movie, and I would recommend watching it, but have something ready to watch it after that. That's a
Yeah.
little bit more cheerful.
Have something good, like watch something
that's
like
how
The
I feel
Jerk or
about
something
BoJack
afterwards.
Horseman.
Watch something
Yeah.
silly, ridiculous
Yeah.
afterwards.
So, like, from a
Yeah.
personal
Oh
reason
yeah, The
why-
Jerk. That was a good movie.
like
I mean,
a personal reason why I didn't watch the movie or haven't watched the movie or wanted to watch the movie. Like you built it up and made it really, bigger than it was, and then you might have been let down or whatever. Well, for me, I can't watch it because when I saw the preview a long time ago, like when it was not even in the theaters yet. So me personally, I've lost a lot of weight here recently, and
Okay.
but at the time, just from the short trailer, I felt like I had a connection with the movie. Like I felt like I was personally in a place in my own life where I was depressed and I was sad, and I think that I kind of coped with just eating and door dashing and just bringing everything to the table, eating whatever, not watching what I'm eating, right? And so it really hit close to home for me because it felt like I wasn't just watching a trailer, I was watching a mirror. I was looking in the mirror.
Okay.
And so it kind of started to move me in a way just from watching the trailer to make some changes. So I don't want to watch it now because I've made
I
some
think
changes.
you got a hug coming.
Oh, I don't see you, but I love you.
Yeah, when you get too close in here, if you're not friends or whatever,
can't-
your
you can't
your
see,
avatar
yeah.
disappears.
When you get too close, so
But
yeah.
I imagine this is like near
Yeah,
you.
there we are.
She kind of was like a zombie trying to
Somewhere.
take a bite out
Yeah.
of him.
I know. Well, that's cool. Here, let me stand up. Bad jokes are bad. Thank you. Love you.
This
bye.
isn't sarcastic. This is support.
I know it
Yeah.
is, but it just
We're
when you
sarcastic.
disappear though.
It's a comedy club. That's why I'm
Yeah.
clarifying.
But no, but seriously though, when you start to give me a hug and you disappear, it just reminds me of my other relationships in my life, and I get sad.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, exactly. I'm just here to remind you.
I mean,
This is
You just made
this
him
is a
even
bug,
sadder.
not a
Way to
feature.
go.
Exactly. And it's
This is a
like,
bug, not a feature.
I don't know if these things are waterproof or not, but they're about to short out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, geek, 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 geek.
We finally
But thank
killed
you,
VR
thank
Star.
I've got many problems of my own, and eating has become one of the problems I have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's a tough battle, man. Like,
well, it's better than alcoholism. So
but
Well, I know my eyes have rolled to the back of my head a time or two when I've been eating food. So
yeah.
It's easy, man. It's easy. It's an easy pleasure. It's readily
I-
available anywhere you go.
and something that was brought up when I was watching it is that
Okay,
food
so-
addiction is food addiction is one of those addictions that you can never really kick it because you need to eat, right? Like if you're addicted to drugs and you're able to kick drugs, it's not in your
Yeah,
life
but like,
anymore. You
don't
might
do
still crave
heroin,
it,
but nobody's like, don't
but-
eat a food.
yeah. With alcoholism, you can rid your house of alcohol and never have it in your house again. But food,
Go to an AA meeting.
you don't have a fucking choice, right? So it's really hard when you get to that point to start getting like portion controls down, the types of food that you're eating. You know, you can change the type of food that you're eating, but if you're not changing the quantity so much, it's not really going to make that much of a difference, right? So it's almost even harder. And I'm saying this very what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with an I.
Are you sure it starts with an I though?
Ironically,
irresistible.
No.
Intelligently.
Inconceivable. Irresistible.
Irritatingly?
Inconsistent.
I got
invisible.
nothing. You gotta help us out here, Spider.
intonation.
Indigo.
Like I'm
Indigo.
speaking out of my ass
Indigo.
because I don't have this experience. What's the word for that?
Porn.
I'm pretty sure porn is not correct. That's not an I word.
Well, it's just what came up, right? I'm just saying that's what's on my
Alright,
mind.
Yeah, we get what you're trying
I
to say.
think a lot of us have
Ignorant?
at one point struggled.
Ignorant. It's coming from
Ignorantly.
ignorance. It's coming from ignorance.
Yeah.
I've never done drugs, so and like I drink from time to time, but it's not an issue. So I don't know how hard it is
That's what
to
all
kick
alcoholics
that
say.
shit.
Extremely
But-
hard.
Very hard.
But
love
when it
booze.
comes to food, like I said, because it's an actual necessity, I don't know if that's actually maybe harder than it is to kick drugs or alcohol or something else.
It's harder
I'd say it's
in
about
some
the
ways
same.
because you
I
know
don't
you
know. I mean, it's not been a secret that I had issues with drugs.
Win knows what's up.
Had?
But I mean,
I'm more dark.
I still smoke weed. I still smoke weed, which I guess is the equivalent of choosing a healthier type of food. I'm
Yeah.
choosing a healthier type of drug.
Yeah, you're not doing
You
meth
know,
anymore.
this is a good.
Yeah.
I'm right. No, I only did that once. One
Yeah,
fucking
same
time.
win, same.
One time.
But that's what they get called out for.
Coke. I did a lot of in my life,
Yeah.
and you know, I guess, but I didn't do coke for many years.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't smoke weed for many years, but. You know, if I had to make a choice, smoking weed is the healthier choice.
Yeah.
With food, you just have to make the healthier choice. And
Yeah.
remember that you eat to live, you don't live to eat.
You've never had my
marijuana
steak.
just got moved to class 3 or is about to be moved to a class 3 drug from class 1 just in the United States.
What is?
What
I'm
is it?
sorry, what?
I don't know
Weed
what
is
that
about
means.
to be so a class 1 is like any drug that does not have any kind of medical characteristics, and it also is a habit forming or can affect you in a lot of ways, bad ways, like addictive.
Okay.
That's what they in 1937 they outlawed it. In 1970 they did it again and made it a class 1 drug, right? Well, they just or the Drug Administration or somebody just said that they're going to move it from a class 1 to a class 3, which is like in the same category as like steroids. So now it's going to be considered a medical drug. So now possibly insurance will cover medical marijuana. There's a lot of things that could happen, but it's also a risk to the businesses that are already doing marijuana, are selling marijuana, the dispensaries, the growers, because it could potentially be that big farm will come in and take over. Now it's considered a drug.
Okay.
But yeah,
Right.
but it could also
But
mean that
hasn't
we don't
that
have to worry
always
about
been a
drug
fucking
tests.
thing?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Well,
no. What do you mean?
Where people were saying big pharma is going to fucking step in at some point and take over all that shit.
Well, if they
Well, good, then my
legalized it, where they
insurance will
made it
cover
easier
my
for
weed.
everybody, like truly
Yay.
legalized it, then it
Yeah.
it wouldn't be part of a class 1, 2, or 3. It would just be legal, a legal substance, just like alcohol. But now that they're classifying it as a drug, but a class 3 drug makes it marketable. It makes it so that
Yeah.
the drug companies can come in and do their business But
Yeah,
since
whoever's
I'm
got
not a
the most
fucking
money.
alcoholic, by the way. I just want to bring that up because someone made a fucking comment before. I don't
It
know
was
who
me.
Why are you
It was
pointing
me.
at me?
I said it. I'm going to said it.
Why did you point at me and say that I
I
did?
don't
He's like,
remember
where's-
who did
where's-
it. I
these are
pointed
the
at everybody.
assholes.
I fucking did a
Oh
sweeping
my
move.
No, you
I
pointed
did
to
a
the
sweeping
assholes.
move
Yeah,
with
you went
the-
straight to Win. Win and I do not sound that
You
much alike. I'm just
did.
saying.
No, I pointed. I
She
went
said-
like
always
this, and
thought
I
we
swept.
kind
And
of
I'm
did a
recording
little
this so we can
bit.
go
You
back and
do?
look
You
at the
think so?
fucking video
You have such a
footage.
beautiful voice
All right,
compared
all
to me.
right. Proof.
So
Spider's got proof.
Yeah.
So what? I mean,
I've never
so
tried
he does
marijuana.
dies, gives the money away, and
So in terms
He
of
grew
what
up in
happens
the
with the
80s.
money, it's never shown.
Yes.
That's not the point,
Are
right?
you
though?
so? Are you gonna watch the movie?
if it ever becomes free for me,
What about you guys?
The
I know
Whale?
you want to see it.
Yeah,
Are
All
you
right,
okay if I
which
tell if I
one?
say what happens at the very end?
Wasn't me.
I'm gonna watch it anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
She
only like
already
$2
said her
if you
feelings
have like
don't get hurt
Amazon.
with
It's like $2
spoilers.
to rent it.
What's that?
Oh, I got
She
Amazon.
already
Yeah.
said her feelings
Yeah.
don't get hurt with spoilers. So
Yeah,
No, but
see,
I'm also
Win
asking
knows.
them in case.
Win's
No, but
been
I'm also
listening.
asking them in case they want to watch it as well.
I'm not
no,
gonna
it
watch
doesn't
it.
bother me.
You want to whisper
I'm into
to me?
happy
Oh,
stuff.
Sorry, I got
just
too
found
close
out
to the
when-
stage. I got too close to the stage. You want? Oh,
You
God
did
damn
it again. Hey, suck it in, baby. Suck it in.
I can't suck it in. You want to whisper it to me? I won't get any closer.
See, she's jumping at me and he's telling her to suck it in. I don't know what to do with that.
Yes. Get it,
There's,
Spider.
it's a comedy club. Work with what's given to you.
That's what she
All right,
said.
that's what I'm
Sorry,
doing.
sorry, sorry.
Work with
sorry.
what's given to you.
So one of the major points of the movie that we didn't bring up
High
is that
five.
anytime he is having trouble breathing or has pain in his chest, he reads from one specific essay. So his big thing is essays. He's an essay writing teacher. Okay, that's what he teaches. So
I thought he was Mexican.
like at the very beginning
Why?
when he starts having that heart attack when he's jerking off, he starts reading an essay that was based off of the book Moby Dick. And as the story goes along, every time he's getting that pain, he's reciting this essay. So you're always hearing different parts of the essay. Sometimes it's like they're repeated fucking quite a
Right.
bit. Like I could probably recite the motherfucker right now.
And I guess that's another reason why they call it the Whale as well.
Yeah.
I started
Ah,
to pick up
so
on
that's
the whole
cool.
Moby Dick.
Yeah. So during the like one of the things when his daughter comes is his daughter, he finds out that his daughter's flunking out of school and she has 3 essays that she's got to write. So he agrees to help her with them if she will spend time with him because he knows that he's on his way out and he wants to get to know his estranged daughter. So at one point he gives her an essay to hand in that he wrote and she hands it out without reading it. And it's supposed to be an essay on a poem written by Walt Whitman, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't pay attention
So-
to that part.
That dude was so
Yeah.
randy. It's not even funny.
So she hands it in, and then on the Friday, she bursts through his door and she's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And she handed in that essay and she failed. And he's like, "Well, did you even read it?" And she goes, "No, I just handed it in." And he's like, "Read it." So she starts reading it, and it's the essay about Moby Dick. And you find out that it's an essay that she had done herself in the 8th grade.
Aw.
And for him, it's the best essay he's ever read.
Yeah.
So
See,
he
I
begs
thought
her.
I thought at the
What's
beginning that his boyfriend had written it.
Okay.
Until
I
that
thought
point,
that
I thought
too, and I
because
think that for
because
quite
it said
a
they kept saying
while-
he was his student, and so I thought that
Yes.
he had
Yeah.
written it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so did I, and I think that you were supposed to believe that for quite a while
Okay.
into it.
Right.
Yeah. So she starts reading the essay. So he begs her to read the essay because he's starting to feel like pain and everything like that. And earlier in the movie, I guess to try and get him to prove to her that he wants to be around her, because he walks with a walker in the movie. He walks with a walker until
Texas.
he gets a fat man wheelchair, which he loves because when he sits in it, he starts dancing and shit. I was fucking laughing my ass off during that scene.
Right on.
Yeah, because he starts doing like a fucking thing like this, and I was like, that's just fucking utter brilliance. I don't know if he ad-libbed that or if it was part of the script, but that was just fucking brilliant.
It was definitely a Brendan Fraser movie.
It was a very sweet moment.
Yeah.
I thought it was very sweet because it showed that even in his misery, he was still able to find like a little bit of joy. It was good.
Yeah, well, you take someone who doesn't have mobility, and all of a sudden they get it, and it just changes their outlook. They're able to go and do that they couldn't in the past.
Yeah. So at one point earlier in the movie, I think it's actually the first time that she goes over. He's leaving, she's about to leave, and he's trying to get her to stay. So I guess to try and see how willing he is or how much effort he wants to put into her, she fucking takes his walker, throws it across the room, and tells him to walk to her at the door, but with no help, right? Like to like prove to me that you want me here. And he's never able to get up, and he ends up falling. So cut to the end, he's begging her to read this, and she doesn't understand why, and she's like, you can tell that he's about to be on his way out. So she goes to walk out the door, and she stops, and she turns around and keeps reading it to him, and you see him start rocking in his chair, and he goes, and he's actually able to stand up all on his own. And he starts taking steps towards her. And it actually reminded me of
Godzilla.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Men of Honor?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
The fuck? You twisted fucker.
What did he say?
He said Godzilla. When he stood up, it reminded him of Godzilla walking through the city going,
No, but who here has seen the movie Men of Honor?
I think I have.
King? Bro, have you seen it? Okay, we lost these two.
Sorry.
So have you seen Men of Honor? With Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro?
Robert Downey Jr. was in it?
No.
Robert De Niro, not Robert
De
Downey
Niro.
Jr.
Yeah. It's Cuba Gooding
I thought he said
Jr.,
something
Robert
junior.
De Niro, Charlize Theron is in
Say
it.
something about
Is that where he's a
His black
scuba
was cutting
diver?
out.
Is he a scuba
Yeah.
diver? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen it. That's right.
Yeah.
And he called
So
it. What
there's
did
a
he call
scene
him?
in the movie where he has to walk 12 steps
Yeah.
in a diving outfit. And
Okay.
it was such a fucking powerful scene, and I
really
instantly thought about that when Charlie started walking towards his daughter. So the front door is open, the sun is shining in, and it's the first. Actually, I think it's the first time you see the sun in the movie. Every other day, it's like overcast.
Oh, they
Am
use
I wrong in
lighting
that?
to really
I think
bring it
so.
in.
It's hard to. I can't remember. It does seem like it's dark outside all the time because it's always dark.
Yeah,
and you
it
I
see
does
love
seem
when
like
they
it's
use
shadow of people
lighting
going
as a
from the window.
choice.
Yeah, so
It's
I
always
think it's
just
the very
gloomy.
first time that you actually see sun on his face. And so he's taking steps towards his daughter, and right when he gets in front of her, you actually see his feet lift off the ground, and the screen goes white.
He died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never went to
So-
the door for anybody else,
But
right?
see, I
Because he
didn't
kept saying,
know though. Did
"Wait,
that
open the door."
actually happen?
Who put the money?
Did that
on the-
actually
on the
happen?
pizza?
Because
So I don't think
watched
he actually
that
got lifted off of
scene.
his feet.
Well,
That's
I
like
think
him
it's
going
just
to heaven.
I think it's just representative of him
It's representing that he
dying
died.
and-
he died
yeah,
right
and
there.
he's going
and
to
going
heaven.
to heaven.
See,
He probably
I
toppled the fuck
didn't-
It was
over.
supposed to-
I don't know if he fell
Yeah.
on his daughter or if he
They
fell
had to
back.
rebuild the
Yeah.
pearly gates just to let him in.
Probably killed his daughter. He went,
Cold.
I know. I
Cold.
know. I know.
you said Godzilla. Like you had been so quiet, and then all of a sudden, just
Jesus, come
Godzilla.
spit on this one quick.
fucking killed me.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Got real dark in here all of a sudden. It's
All right, so
every
that's our
day
show.
except for Friday.
I apologize
think
to
that
any
that's
big
supposed to be,
people who might be watching in the fucking
that-
universe.
I
On
think
It's
they
supposed to
said
be
we
representative
switched
of him,
over.
of his spirit lifting up, is what it's supposed to be representative of.
Well,
Right
see,
on.
no, there was one thing though that I wanted because I did watch it like 3 times the end of that because I couldn't actually tell because his daughter was a little bitch. I mean, she was a rotten kid. And
Wint
her
really
own
takes issue
mother
with the kid.
said that she was a rotten kid. And no matter what, he would not hear anything bad about his daughter. Like, no matter what she did, she was golden. He could not see any wrong in her. And I thought that when he died, because then it kind of started, I thought that that was like him dying, and that was him imagining that he was walking towards
It
her.
might have
and then
been.
just
It
float
might,
up.
yeah, it might have been. He
And
might
then
have died
she
right
was
there on the
reading.
couch.
I didn't think she was actually even reading it. I
so
thought
you think
she had
that-
walked out the door.
So you think
I thought
that
that
that's
she
an
had walked out
interesting
the
take on it.
door.
I
so,
didn't
so you
And
think
the
he never
whole
actually
end of the
physically walked to
movie-
the door?
No, I thought
Okay.
he died then, and that was the process of him
okay.
dying and
Yeah,
seeing
okay.
himself like.
You know
You know,
what?
like
I hadn't
his
even
daughter-
considered that.
Yeah, I think his
I was
daughter
like,
just
okay, he
fucking
walked
left
to the
'cause she was
door,
a
he
little
died, he
douche
fell
canoe.
forward, he killed her, and she didn't get the
Douche
money.
canoe. Nice
Oh,
Wint.
shit. You
Oh,
fell on
this
top
girl,
of her?
Oh, she was.
Maybe he was
She
already
was-
dead at the beginning of the movie.
And
What is
even
this,
worse.
like a Sixth Sense type of thing?
Absolutely. I see dead people. I see really fat dead people too.
I see fat people.
Ouch.
Hey, didn't you say that the YouTube thing stopped recording?
I
No,
walked
the
into
stream
Walmart.
It might still be going. I don't know.
Nope,
They might
we
have
fixed
restarted
it.
it because I do
Oh,
see
you fixed
Simon's
it?
bot there in front of me. So
Okay, cool. That means there's proof.
All
I
right,
actually
that
said
makes sense. I just sat next to that dude and thought he
That's
was a
a
real
great-
dude, and he creeped me the hell out.
There's
I
that
was
one,
like,
too.
He's the
wow,
same
that is
dude.
unsettling.
yeah, it's the same thing right up there.
What up,
Carl Jr., you are
you doing, boy?
unsettling.
But one of the, I guess one of the things that would kind of like substantiate that he was already dead was just the way that all those people kind of like were just trying to help him throughout the whole deal and everything. It just seems kind of weird, like the missionary kid and all that coming in.
They
Yeah,
were
oh
angels
no,
and all
I
that.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thought that he had
Maybe it's like-
No, I don't
Like
think
the
she.
whole
No,
thing.
she's not saying he was dead for the whole
No.
movie.
Crow
not
said
through the
they
whole
were angels.
movie. I think that he
Crow,
died
are you silent again?
at that moment when his
No,
daughter
okay.
walked out the
No,
door.
just, yeah,
I
tired.
think that that was when he actually died, and the rest was the process of him dying, like whatever your brain
Right.
goes through.
Yeah.
To, you know, I think that
That's a
was
very
like
interesting
his
point.
death
I really had not
process.
considered that at all.
I watched
I
it
couldn't-
3 times, and I'm convinced that that never happened. His daughter, I think she just fucking left, and he imagined it because that's what his
That's what he
idea
wanted
of
to.
heaven
That's
would
what he.
be,
That's how
and
he
that's
wanted to
what
see her.
he-
Yeah.
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 Brutal.
But you know, I don't blame the daughter for being, upset. I mean, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and his actions caused them not to be close. He wasn't able to participate.
So hold on. When he separated from his wife fought tooth and nail to have sole custody, and he was not allowed to have contact with her.
Oh, that's
wow.
even worse.
Yeah.
Shame on her,
So
man.
he was not allowed to have contact with her, and her mother, whenever he would speak with her, would give him only very vague details. So yes, he caused the situation by leaving his family for someone else,
but the situation
but his
caused his
mother
situation.
also had a big hand in it in keeping her away from him.
Mm-hmm. My ex-wife's uncle, he's a big guy, like really big guy, like has to use the walker with the seat on it, and
Okay.
so he goes about himself, but as soon as he gets wherever he's going or halfway there or a quarter of the way, he's got to sit down for a minute. But I see his situation. He divorced and he had 2 kids. And from that point, if you see pictures of him when he was a young man, he was a healthy, strong young man. But now he's just let himself go. And I feel like it's a depression thing. He went through that stage, but he's the funniest SOB I've ever met in my life. I mean, just happy as he can be.
I mean,
just, he
a
must
lot
hide it
of
or something.
humor comes from pain, right? It comes from depression.
Yes.
It comes from pain. It comes from a dark
Absolutely.
place.
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I absolutely do agree with it, to be honest. But
Godzilla.
yeah, but I used to hate the Stay Puft marshmallow man.
Closing thoughts. Closing thoughts?
Yeah. I
a
definitely
Godzilla.
know
No,
how
that
it is
was
to
it.
hide
That was
sadness
just my last
behind
closing
humor.
thought.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Me too.
not the
I think
Godzilla.
he died at the very
Yeah,
beginning
pretty good.
whenever she's taking his blood pressure.
Yeah.
You think he died there?
I don't know. I did think about
no, 'cause
that
he
when
choked
when I
on a
saw it the first
meatball
time. I
sub
thought,
'cause he
I
wasn't
wonder if he was
chewing
already
it.
dead this whole time. It's just him trying to kind of to
His life flashing before his eyes.
yeah, his life flashing before him, and him trying to type the last type things in his mind or whatever as he's dying.
I don't know. It's I
But
guess
if that
it's up
was
for
my life
interpretation.
flashing between my eyes or in front of my eyes, I'd finish my masturbation session. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna
For
be
real.
the best one I've ever had. Like
If I'm
I'm
going
talking
out,
about-
I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh.
That's why he was able to find it. You know.
Because there's
Yeah.
nothing happier than fucking getting
he was
off
dead
all by
already.
yourself.
I want to
Hey,
be smothered.
getting
to
off
death.
is getting off. All right, Spider. Don't judge.
Maybe he had like one of those little stick things that had something, you know.
A stick
They
thing.
did
Yeah,
show
like-
it.
like- maybe
There's
had
one
like
of those.
little-
I want a
little-
stick
maybe
thing.
one of
those
Like a
grab-
Maybe he had like a little
thing.
like a little flashlight attached
He
to a
uses
stick
them
or
quite a
something,
bit
you
in
know?
the movie.
The grabbers.
Yeah.
You know, I get one
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
flashlights, man.
They
I
showed
fuck
he
that
had
thing all
one.
over this house. Wait,
All right,
what?
so this
I'm
is
sorry,
deteriorating like a motherfucker. So before we descend into just fucking utter madness, I want to thank everyone for coming out, everybody for watching in whatever streaming service that you guys are watching on. If you enjoyed tonight's show, make sure you guys are back next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about the show The Umbrella Academy. We're aiming to have at least the first season watched, but if you can get all 3 seasons in, that's even better. It gives us more to discuss.
Already done it.
And then I will be
I've seen that one
assigning
already.
some more cheerful homework, hopefully, next week.
Oh, thank
So
you.
The
that
Last
we all don't want
Starfighter.
to blow our
Yeah,
brains.
no
Oh,
more
Last
crying.
Starfighter, great movie.
That's
supposed to
my
be
favorite,
Comedy
man.
Club,
I
man.
I'm
can
not
Don't
taking
say that.
any more
That's what
fucking
you
suggestions from
always
you for a
think.
fucking while with your fucking
Oh my god,
three-pronged
Sword and
fucking
Sorcerer was
sword.
great. You have no taste.
But the Last
You just
Starfighter,
got
man, that's where it's at.
blacklisted.
He wants to watch the Woke and the Sorcerer is what he wants to watch.
The what? What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, no.
Fight, fight, fight.
You can't even sit in your fucking chair. What are you saying? I want to watch what?
The
What
Woke
did
and
you
the
say
Sorcerer.
about not doing drugs?
The Woke and the Sorcerer?
He's been sitting too. He's got a contact buzz. He's been sitting too close.
It was a different time back then.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you everybody for coming out. Make sure you guys are back next week. Is Texas 3 tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah,
If they
Texas
all
3
show
tomorrow.
us,
Oh
yeah,
no,
we're not-
actually
Usually-
no. I think it was canceled this week.
Oh,
It's
really?
canceled.
If it's
last
not
week.
canceled, make sure you guys are here at 9:00 Eastern tomorrow for. Oh, I'm just fucking running all over the place.
Sketch
Now you can't sit in your chair, Spider.
Check it out on
Yeah,
Discord.
so we've got
Sketch
Texas
Note.
3 tomorrow
I'm
at
checking it
9
out.
p.m. Eastern. We've got Sketch Lab at 7:30. And then all you comedy fans, make sure you guys are back Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the absolute best fucking comedy show anywhere in VR. And then we've got Self-Improvement on Friday. And
this
Joke
Friday
Club
at 9
and
is
Beta
going
Show.
to be Doobie's Comedy
Oh, is he? Oh, he's
Jam
moving it to
open
Friday.
mic
Okay, so Friday at 9.
for this week. Yep.
Yeah, at Smoke and Jay's Lounge is going to be Doobie One's Comedy Blast, Best Comedy Fest, whatever.
Jam.
I'm
that
sorry,
blast.
Doobie. I love you
That's at 9?
to the fucking bottom of my heart. I can't remember what your show is called. Please forgive me.
Doobie's Comedy
And then
Jam.
Doobie's Comedy
They're gonna
Jam.
be at 9
And
Eastern.
then voice acting classes are still on hold this week, but then come back on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern next week for Joke Club. And then we've got the beta show right after. So thank you guys and have a great week.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what did you think of the show?
That was awesome.
Oh, well, glad you enjoyed it.
It's fun.
So,
Had a good time.
I was a bit
Thank
more
you.
interactive than I meant to be. Sorry about that, but
It's an interactive show.
I didn't
it's-
watch
it's
any
meant
of
to
your
be that
movies
way.
though.
No,
Great.
but
The
it's
first
didn't
time
watch
I
any of them,
stepped
but it was-
foot in here.
I just enjoyed hearing you talk
anybody
about it.
anybody who contributes and it's fucking useless. Trust me, they get called out. So as
Yeah.
long as you're contributing positively and you're not taking away from the show, we accept the interaction. It's all good.
You
Mhm.
mean like the Fat Boy theory?
Godzilla.
No, we had a guy called Fat Boy.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
happened to him?
fuck that guy.
No idea.
Who cares?
Fuck that guy.
Either Subway.
What happened to that guy? Fuck him.
Either
Fuck
he
him.
goes on a
Stream's
frog
still going?
leg.
Simon, stop
or-
the stream.
Oh my God! It's too late. Too late. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God.
Guess what? That's what we think here. Fuck him.
Okay,
Simon,
I'm gonna take
stop
over
the
this next meeting. I'll
stream.
have to see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's great. That made me laugh.
All right. Have a good
Hey,
night,
man.
good show.
Hey, Spider, have you ever thought about doing books on tape for people?
No.
This has been a LibriVox recording.
You've got a great voice for it, man. Like I would sit there and listen, like you talking about the
I'm gonna
movie.
shit in the way.
I don't need to watch a movie. I just listen to you narrate.
So,
You know,
hey, Dark
Just
was
saying,
something
dude. I
about
felt like I
that.
watched
He's
it
gonna
just
start
listen to
narrating
it.
porn for you.
No,
Okay,
dude,
I don't
that's
need
just-
to have that narrated to me. That's
30
a visual
seconds. You can't make
experience
money doing a
thing.
30-second thing.
Yeah.
Well, the
Not at
first
all.
night the first night that we had the voice class, the guy said that I had a voice for radio. So
Yeah, you do, man. You really do. Yeah.
This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain.
You know, I
Read
thought
by
about,
Spider16.
I thought about doing like porn for like blind people.
That's very specific, Star.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So
'cause,
I'm,
you know, they
I'm
can't
gonna
see it.
I'm
They
just
definitely
gonna
can see it
go
coming.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Good
just
for you.
gonna that way.
I'm very
No, there's
confusing
a reason
emojis.
though. There's a
Don't forget
reason
to
though
clean
that
your
I think it
towels.
would be a success.
Don't
though.
forget to bring a towel.
I actually had a situation happen to me in my career.
A
with
situation. That's
yeah. It was. So I had my cell phone. I must have been looking at porn the night before, and my cell phone started playing porn in my
Oh.
pocket. It just started playing it, but I was
Oh,
helping
no.
a blind person set up a cell phone, and they were on their
Oh,
computer
no.
trying to pull up their account information so that I could log it into their new phone.
Oh no.
And all of a sudden, it started going, oh, oh, oh. And she starts hitting her keyboard like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I've hit. I don't know what I've hit. And she's struggling trying to cut something off, but it was really my phone. And I just said, it's okay, ma'am. These things happen. But it was really my phone.
I'm still confused. A blind person had the computer.
And, oh, dude.
They've got
Dude,
braille
they can do
keyboards.
anything and everything you do. There's nothing that
Does
I mean,
it
it
read
might be
out
harder.
what's on the computer screen?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
definitely
what the
does.
Okay.
accessibility thing is when you
It
load up your
absolutely do.
computer. It
Mhm.
will read
Seems
everything
like a
on
lot
a
of work
page.
to do if you're blind.
I mean, but what choices do you
Okay,
have?
but if you're
you know?
blind, like, what are you supposed to do?
Get
Read
people to do it for
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in Braille
fact, this
forever?
particular lady, she
Whoa.
for
I mean, it's
South
a great
Carolina,
book, but I mean,
she actually worked for the government. She actually was, and she worked for the Blind Association. She actually helped with different bills and different funds or different programs for the blind. So she was a cool chick, man. But man, that was so embarrassing. I was struggling trying to find my phone to try to figure out what to cut it off because I remembered it from the night before that girl. And so anyway,
Well, the
Lady,
second
did you
question
join the Discord?
is
I'm going to. I have never
she
used
played it
Discord.
off like
she thought it was coming from her computer because
Yeah.
it was in my pocket when I was standing up. She was sitting down, and so the sound was coming right from where the laptop
did you
was.
walk out
sitting
of
on
there
that
and
little-
like second like wait what?
how? No, I'm telling you what I did. As soon as it started going off, I struggled to get it out of my pocket, and as soon as I did, I cut it off. But in between that, 5 to 6 seconds it took for me to get it off. Listen, I'm not that quick. Okay, I'm talking about the phone turning off the sound. Stop, King. So listen, in between that amount of time, she's thinking that she's pulled up some porn site, which I'm assuming for her to assume that.
That's where
She
I was
would-
thinking like
Yeah,
she think
I'm
she had it
thinking
open in
she's
another tab.
no, yes, exactly. Like she watches porn or
Just
listens
like
to
running
porn.
through the wall, Spider?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a
That's
whole bunch
possible.
of secret stuff going on here.
Yeah, we have special accesses because we're staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The thing is, normally once a week we have to hunt down the little birdie that's hiding around here somewhere.
This sounds like code words I don't want to know the backstory.
Nope, there
to.
is literally a hidden bird in this in the somewhere in the theater.
I've only found it one time.
Which reminds me, we are on a boat. If you come out this door here,
Oh yeah, I tried to get in the boat earlier and it didn't do nothing.
the boat takes you to the island.
What
What's
island?
that? The unknown island.
See the island over there?
That didn't
You
take
wanna-
me anywhere.
Oh,
This
shit,
boat
I'm
took me
going.
fuck
I've
all of
never been
nowhere.
there.
No, because
You
you
wanna
have to
go-
press on Visit World.
Yeah, I
Do you-
get how it works. I'm telling you, your boat didn't take me fucking anywhere.
Do you want to go below deck? That sounds
Oh,
really bad.
okay. You know what? I was gonna say, if you want to proposition me, King, we just met a couple hours ago. That's a little rude.
Would you
Not
like to come
really.
with us to below deck?
See, now we're just adding players to the game.
No, really. Come here. Come this way. Come this way.
But I'm.
You're choking. Click on that one.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Or were they going to Smoking Jays?
I don't know.
Where'd everybody go? Where the fuck everybody go?
I guess they're at Smoking Jays.
It says 3.